Ashley. Ashley,
How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm,
Thank you for coming.
yeah, it's so much fun. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Look at that. I like the screen at the back. Everybody just
Hey.
check it out. So Japanese. I love that. I checked. I checked my Amazon, the Canada. Guess how much in that Amazon.ca.
Oh yeah, yes. And I also I think because I sent you the link to it, you and Louie.
Yeah, I checked it. You know what? It was like 157 bucks.
What? Oh
Yeah,
my God! I wonder why there's such a difference between here and there.
crazy. It's crazy.
So
Uh, I'm sorry?
I said I'm so happy to be here with you. This is so much fun.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You know what? We can chat, but I don't want to waste time because I know you're busy, but I'm very lucky you made a time for me for my Mentor Me series. I want to learn from you, Ashley.
Look at all the people joining too. You guys.
I know, because of you. You're a magnet. So actually, I didn't let her know exactly what we're gonna talk about, but I'm sure we're gonna have so much fun and I can learn from you too, right? So, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So when I see you at the word coming up, like a curiosity.
Mhm.
You have so much curiosity, right? And you have so much energy. Like you are CEO at company Rizar, right?
Yeah.
Founder and CEO. You run the company and you want to do and you're planning to do so many things ahead and you still want to learn Spanish.
Yeah. I'm still doing that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like curious about your curiosity. Like where does it come from? I want to learn from you. If
Um.
it's okay with you, you can,
Yeah.
yeah, it's only, yeah.
Where that comes from actually, I think it's because like naturally when I was a journalist I was always very curious. I've always been like a very curious person, so if there's something I wanted to learn I would just like take more time out to learn it.
Mm,
um and so I think it's like pushed me more like to be also like trying to figure out ways of becoming like my best self, like how we always talk about, how
yes.
do what are things that we can do when we are, feeling a certain way? Like, why do we feel that way or what's going on? So it's always
Hmm.
trying to push to become like a better version of ourselves.
Okay, okay. But like when I sometimes like try to push it, sometimes we hit the walls or we fit not maybe the thick. So we kind of like, just like, I don't know, I cannot do it. When you feel that way,
Yeah.
how do you kind of tell yourself to just keep it going? Like, what do you do? Because
I
you're
feel
the
like
one just keep, you know, in a good way.
I think it's like I really just kind of sit with myself and like when because I feel like we all have those moments. I mean, it's just a natural part of life of feeling like
Hmm.
how do you keep going when you don't feel like keeping going.
Hmm.
And I think I just kind of sit with myself for a little while and I'm like, or the moments that I need. And I'm like, is this serving me to stay in this moment? No. What's causing me not to want to keep pushing? And it's almost like you have to like kind of it's like a game in your brain.
Okay.
It's almost like how much do you want to succeed at what it is that you want to do, or how much do you want to become who it is that you want to be. And I think the more that you're focused on that, the more you can get rid of like the obstacles in your brain that keep you from doing that. Hello everybody.
That's
Lots of people
nice.
joining the show. You're so popular.
Oh no, you are popular, Ashley.
You're popular.
Ah, okay. That's a really great way you suggested though. Like
Yeah.
you gotta just something you ask yourself, right? Like, okay, is it something I really want to do? So many people we don't know. Like I like myself too. Sometimes I have I get so much curiosity. And then just too much. Sometimes I do too much. And I forgot to ask myself, is this what I really want to do?
Right,
Or like,
exactly.
I just lose a vision actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's so easy to too, because I think, there's so much stuff going on in life. There's so much stuff to be distracted by. And I think at times, in many ways, in some cases in this year, I've kind of like taken a step back to just kind of regroup because there was so much going on last year. But I'm still, and I haven't been as visible as much as I was normally last year, but
Okay.
it's because I needed like a little bit of like a break. But I'm still working on things. I'm just not as like as I normally am, although I'm going to be coming out of my bubble very soon. But I think sometimes it's good to also just have a moment with ourselves where we think like what it is that we want, what do we want to do, and actually then push forward. And it helps you to push forward more in doing that and taking those moments where you're like, needing to kind of like reflect and think, you know,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah.
But like, isn't it like kind of as soon as you decided, like, okay, I need to have a rest. I have to just keep, make a time for myself. Isn't the moment like all the emergency things comes or like 3,000 email comes? It seems to happen that way. Just like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah,
just made a decisions.
yeah,
Why it's
exactly.
always happening? So when it's those things happening, how do you still keep the promise you made?
Yeah.
Keep the things you still like. I remember you said I don't read emails a weekend.
Yeah. I feel bad. I mean, because I'm like a little bit behind, but I think, oh, look, Lily joined us
I
too. So,
know. Hey, Lily.
yeah, I think it's a matter of like, um, just being true to yourself too, and also knowing that you have to have boundaries and things. I feel like
Oh,
I'm definitely getting better at boundaries. So, I think it's so important. And I think people at certain points can like understand that because I think we all have
yes.
boundaries at certain points in our lives to make us
Yeah,
so that we're becoming like our best self in that sense too.
that's right. The boundaries is one of the hardest things for me. I'm still learning boundaries. It's one of the hardest things for me
It
to
is
do.
really hard. Look,
Yeah.
please, let's look. It's at two of my favorite ladies, Lily.
Oh, yay. Like this. But I think to establish or to how to say, how to set the boundaries.
Yeah.
And if you are getting better for that, I think you have more room for to feed your curiosity. I don't know what do I say that, but
Yeah,
I'm sure you
exactly.
get used to my English.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. No, you're
Thanks.
right, exactly. Because I feel like you're putting yourself in the position where you're taking the time out to really make sure that you do what it is that you want to do.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about it too. I find maybe that's why I'm learning it. So I think it's just like since I'm getting better at it, like just to set the boundaries. I think I have more time, something for myself,
yeah,
right? It's easy to say, "Oh, be gentle, on yourself," or like you have a time for yourself. It's easy to say that, but if you don't know how to set the
yeah,
boundaries,
exactly. It's like it's one thing to say, it's another thing to actually do. Yeah,
yeah. And then like the person like you are CEO, founder of Rizard. It's so hard because like people's always
yeah,
Ashley, 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 and then sometimes me and Ashley. Literally just like Ashley.
yeah. And that's why I think it's good to like kind of just put the priority. What is the priority, or what is it that you need to do? And even if that means sometimes, I mean, like I said, for a little while this year, I have been kind of like a little bit of a hermit because I've been working on things that I wanted to get done, or like kind of also just doing like a lot of reflecting and like self evaluating on things that I need to let go of and things like that. And so, at certain points, that's meant that I've backed away from people or things because I needed a break, and I'm like, I need to just be and whether that's just around like my coaches or other people that I'm really really close to, but I
Hmm.
think
Hmm.
it's important for all of us to have those moments where we're like boundary.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Like you're feeling after you just, have a time for yourself. You starting
Refreshed.
doing yeah. What's that? I'm sorry.
Hey, refreshed immediately when you ask that question.
Refreshed. Ah, okay.
Yeah, so much more refreshed, much better.
Yeah. As you wake up, you feel it, wake up in the morning, you're not really tired, or you can just spend the day more efficiently. Your friends here?
Yeah, I know. It was just more people are saying hello. Thanks for joining.
I
Yeah, I
know.
feel much more efficient. You feel much more like yourself. You just feel like you're really grounded. And I think sometimes it's easy with life with things coming at you to feel like, "Ah,"
Hmm. Hmm.
and then it's like, okay, let's reground. Let's like refocus, recalibrate type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Do you do something like when you have the moment, okay, reground, refocus
Yeah.
something? Do you take any actions? Like not, I mean, like,
Yeah.
action can be meditate, action can be sleep, but something, I'm sure lots of people are curious about it too.
Yeah, I do actually. I mean, so one of the things I do is I have like a kind of like a meditation that I do that helps me to just like ground myself, or like
Mm,
I take a moment to pause and I'm like, okay, let's take a step back, you know. So I found ways of just re-grounding myself either through prayer and meditation, or either through just like just setting myself to reground myself. So
yeah, I like that. How long do you take the meditation? Like how, some people ask, some people just like, I have 3 hours.
I can I'm like, after like 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, let's go. No, I'm kidding.
Me too.
Like 5 or like 10 minutes or something like that. At
Yeah, yeah.
a certain point, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, yeah. I like 5, 10 minutes once, and
yeah,
then I've tried. I think the Lily sent us one time the meditation, like you do at nighttime. I think it's like as long once. I fell asleep.
oh yeah, that one.
I fell asleep. That one.
It's really
That one.
bad. Like 30 minutes.
Something. It's just like I just didn't remember. I like 10. Yeah, I like 10.
Yeah,
Five, ten
that,
minutes.
yeah,
And then I think it's important. Sometimes it's easy to do, like how do I say? Start doing. It's a bad habit. I just like wake up and then everybody else's business, everybody else's problem. Like it's
right,
easy for me to just jump on, and
right.
then for me to I had to train myself. No, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no. Yeah,
yes. Me,
myself.
yes. Serve my cup first. Because the thing is,
Yeah.
it makes the whole day completely off when we're doing that too.
Hmm.
I feel like the whole rest of the day, it's kind of like I'm trying to just help everybody else or
Yeah.
catch up with everything, because I haven't like fully grounded myself to be present and to be
Yeah.
able to do what I need to get done, or like at least be in mental state, of feeling grounded and
Hmm.
like in refreshed.
Yeah. Because, how about Ashley? Who's gonna feed Ashley? Right?
Exactly. Hey.
Me. Like Oprah said, like you have to keep your cup set, you like your cup full,
Yeah.
and and then you just it just overflows or something, right? I think what Oprah said is so resonate with me. Like,
For
yeah,
joining us.
everybody's here.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So that's important. For me is you I've known you for a while too,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I notice, I'm sure I'm the same way, but I've noticed so much difference.
Yeah, you too. From
Yeah,
last started, oh my gosh, it's like night and day.
I know. It's embarrassing at the beginning, me.
Me too.
Oh, and we were so tired at the beginning and just didn't know what to do. But thank God Lily kept having, the meetings every week that time,
I
right?
right.
Yeah.
It's good personal development. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah. And I always notice, I mean,
Yeah.
like you always had your niece energy inside you, but I think it's like you were, like, I just noticed curious. Oh, she's full of curiosity. She's
Yeah.
like your niece, like, Ashley's like your niece, right? Show me,
Yeah.
like, yeah. I know. At the beginning, I couldn't really see that, but
Yeah.
now I can just really see you and your niece is like just almost like same group. I love to see that because
Yeah.
you starting to train yourself, not just
Yeah.
letting go.
Enjoying life more. I
Yeah.
think like that's the funny part, because her energy is so funny, because she's very like so
Oh,
so
so cute.
curious and energetic, right? And I think it's interesting how like children help you to understand how like to be in life in some sense. But and then there's other things too as an adult that we know more of, like how to maintain our energy, how to like not do things that don't serve us well, because they're still learning. So
Hmm.
I feel bits and pieces from her, and then my adult self, if I will, in that sense of knowing like it's good to have energy and to be energetic and love life. At the same time, it's good to also maintain and learn how to balance yourself so that you don't over, I think, because partly with last year, a lot of it was, and I'm very, aware of this in my
Mm-hmm.
life. I loved being so curious all the time that, and many times I've overcommitted or overdone things to the
Oh
point where it's
yeah, me too.
because
Yeah,
I'm so curious and I want to just do everything.
yeah.
Really much more particular about like where am I putting my energy, and it's caused me to like not be involved in a lot of things, like or pull back my energy from people or things that I would have been involved in before. But it's because it's so important to maintain our energy. And hello again, everybody. But it's so important, to maintain our energy, because I think when we don't, that's when we lose ourselves and we get not grounded. And I think it's when life becomes overwhelming.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I agree. Like, it just sometimes we have to, like, I don't know, like I said, it's so easy to lose focus for
Yeah,
ourselves,
yeah, it's
right? And then we can learn from the kids. And
yeah.
sometimes you know what, sometimes like when it's nice outside
Uh-huh.
and I just take my flip-flops off, I bare feet, I just like, it's okay to
Oh, I love
stand, yeah, on the grass, bare feet.
it
I'm
so much.
okay.
Yeah, so much. It's so refreshing.
I know. And then like one, I don't do it anymore, but I just like, okay, I'm gonna go back to like a little kid. I love swing. Like I used to love swing when I was little.
You too. So
You
much fun.
do? Yeah. And I tried a couple years ago and I started having headache. I started to feel sick. Like, oh. Okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna choose. What can I
we
do? I'm sorry.
have like a moment to say hello. We keep saying hello to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel too, because it definitely, that's why I mean it's so good to maintain your
Yeah.
energy. Don't, then it's like you can easily go off balance really quickly.
Mm-hmm. And you can learn from kids for
Yeah,
sure.
so
You
much.
know, yeah. That's why maybe they don't hold it,
Yeah,
right? Doesn't mean we don't have to hold it. I'm sure we have to have like some great attitude as adult, but
right.
it's easy to, sometimes it's important let the energy just if we want to explore something, you know.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes, like, you know what? It's I was shocking, and sometimes, like some people, they don't laugh for a
I know.
whole week.
I know. I laugh so much. I mean, that's
You
why
do, you do.
right now I love laughing. Like it's like my favorite thing in the world. I don't understand how people can't laugh. I love laughing. I mean, I laugh at myself consistently. It's kind of sad. But
I know. You're always like like laughing too, right? But I was so shocked. Like just like they don't laugh.
I
They
know.
forgot how to laugh,
I
and then
know.
just forgot to use the muscle here, right? It's starting to get. So I think sometimes it's good to important you laugh like a little kids.
I do too.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
a kid. Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So just I just want to be curious about, your curiosity. How do you feed your curiosity? But I think just, like you said, you focus on yourself more. You have time for yourself. And
Yeah.
you just kind of last couple years, I mean, especially the pandemic happened, you starting to realize like, oh, I gotta let these things go.
Yeah. And
And
what
then yeah.
you like stop wasting time, on things that are no longer serving me, or like whatever it's people, situations, whatever is like depleting my energy and not feeding my curiosity. It's time to,
Yeah.
and as much as it can be hard to sever that cord, it's so much, I feel so much more, again, we'll keep using the word refresh today, but I feel so much better,
Refresh.
you know. And one of the things I wanted to do was to learn. I mean, I minored in Spanish in college, and I traveled to learn Spanish and all these different things like abroad. But over time, it's kind of gotten a little bit, it's dwindled a little bit. And so
Hmm.
this I'm going to take a Spanish class every week.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing that. And I also wanted to read a lot more. So I'm just about to get back into my swing of reading a book a week at least. So, yeah, I think it's a good way to feed my curiosity and to keep myself like consistently, feeding
Yeah.
or just doing things that I've wanted to do that I haven't done. So like
Hmm.
definitely in the summer and like going towards the next half of this year, I'm definitely going to be fueling a lot of those things a lot more.
Wow, that's gonna be so fun. Like you keep saying the refresh. It's refreshing. You have to
Yeah,
refresh yourself.
yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna be stale. Stinking stale. I don't know if that's the right English, but
Yeah,
right. And then like, and then you more energized and you
exactly.
have so much power. I mean, like got energy back. So you can just
Yeah,
give back to the people.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like it's a mutually beneficial, all around compared to just
Yeah.
getting all of your energy is getting sucked. It's like, yeah, it's much more beneficial.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. I just, I learned a lot from you. Thank you
You
for mentoring me.
Of course. I'm so excited too. It's so much fun. I love talking to you and Lily. So it's
Yeah. Otherwise, we would have still, we cannot keep it, right? We'll still
right.
keep going,
Right. Exactly.
right? You know what I find at the beginning? I think I had so much, I shouldn't say garbage,
Mhm.
something,
Mhm.
doubtful things in my mind. I
Yep.
just like, I don't speak English. I cannot, I didn't, I felt like I didn't belong the women's circle
Yeah.
because like my English.
No, it's amazing.
Oh,
I think
thank
you're
you
doing great.
so much.
You're such a
Thank you.
role model for so many people, who might feel that way. It doesn't matter. Like you're doing wonderful.
Oh,
And
thank you so
always,
much.
I want you to know that too. Like, don't ever, you're doing great.
Yeah. And I find it no judgment at
No,
women's circle,
no.
right?
We're so,
With it. Yeah. So I like it. When I realize it, truly, oh, there's no judgment,
no.
you know, in at the meeting at the women's circle, right? Lily hosts, it's called Women's Circle, and we get together every 2 weeks, we're just unfolding ourselves, right? And I find it's always comfortable place, but it took me for a while to realize it. Yuko, just be yourself. Unfold.
Yeah.
You can unfold it. There's no judgment. And
Yeah.
then I just like something snap and just start talking.
Right. And then it feeds your curiosity. And for everybody who's here,
Yeah,
just like, so like a women's group is like this group that, like how Yuko was saying, we meet every 2 weeks. And it's a great way. This is our own personal group that we have, but I would suggest to other people maybe forming like their own type of masterminds or something where you meet with people that you can learn from and grow from and like you work on your goals and things with. And so it's been wonderful for us. So every week we talk about things that are going on in our life, things that we're working on, things to improve on. And so we've been doing this since the pandemic really
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
So many of us have felt like we've grown so much from being in the group.
Very much.
It's
Yeah,
such a great way for us to come together. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, just you ladies have been helping me a lot.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I am so, so grateful and I met you too.
Oh my
Thanks
God,
to yeah.
you, because you're so sweet.
Oh, thank
I,
you.
always so uplifting. So
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're sweet too, Ashley. Like a girly dog. You're so sweet. Anyway, thank you for your time. I
oh my,
really appreciate it, your
oh my,
time.
of course. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time. It was such a pleasure. Like I said, I always have so much fun. So
Yeah, I learned so much from you too. And then I take my time. I'm taking this short moment to take everybody. They show up uh, live, me and Ashley, and
yeah.
then cheering for us. It means a lot. Yes, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank you guys so much. Yes, high vibrations only. Exactly.
Yes, that's
I
it. Yes. All right. I don't know. This is my first episode of Mentor Me series. Hey, Christina. So
having so much fun.
I know. I'm so glad you're the first guest.
Yeah, I am too. Thank you for having me.
Oh, all right. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. And you have a great day.
you
And I don't know what did I say. Have yourself a great day. That's what I want to say.
too. Oh my, you, Yuka. I'll
All
see you
right.
next week.
Okay. All right. Yeah, see you soon. Okay. Take care. Bye,
You too.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.